Coming to you from Music City, Nashville, Tennessee, this is the Quinn Spinn. Hey now, and welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, one and all, to a brand new edition of the Quinn Spinn. You thought I was going to hold out the of, didn't you? Because I've been holding out the of, but I didn't hold out the of this time. I like to keep you on your toes. Anyway, who am I? I'm your host, the Quinn. At least that's how I'm known here on the program. And I'm back here on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, YouTube, and more for another rousing and riveting installment of the official podcast of Underground Music Collective. You just heard Rebel Nine's All I've Become. That's been our opening theme song since the great year of 2014, and it will be until the very end of days. And you'll notice that I am here all by my lonesome for another Quinn Spinn solo mission where I give you a few minutes of the life and times of a creative entrepreneur, that creative entrepreneur being me, and how you can take my lessons and apply them to your creative journey. And it's ironic that I'm here all by my lonesome because I'm not going to talk about doing things by yourself. I'm going to talk about doing things with a team and a group of people, a collective, perhaps an underground music collective, if you will. But before I do that, I just want to encourage you to follow us on your streaming platform of choice. Might be one of the ones I named just a few moments ago, or another one. Wherever you're listening to the show, make sure you follow, subscribe, like, whatever it's called on that platform. Also subscribe to Underground Music Collective on YouTube. That's where we post the video of these episodes every single week. So, like I said, it's all about building a team, right? And for me, that's definitely been a lesson that's really gained a lot of steam over the past year and certainly over the past several months. For the longest time, for most of our history here at the Quinn Spinn and, anything that's come of the Quinn Spinn, I've been doing the solopreneur thing, and a byproduct of that is, sometimes you get so caught up in the day-to-day of what project needs to be completed, what needs to be done today, what bills need to be paid, what administrative tasks need to be handled, that it's often easy to lose sight of the bigger picture and conceptualize and then act upon the bigger picture concepts. And so I started to recognize that. I think I've recognized it for a long time. And then what I did was last fall, I began talking to our friends at Brand Inc. PR in Austin, Texas, is where they're based. And we started working together on the PR end for UMC. And that relationship has been so much more than media relations, because now what I have is I have a team of folks who can help me conceptualize and take action on these bigger picture items, help us put more into play and do more, not only media relations, like I said, but a lot of the virtual panel guests that we've had, the virtual panel concept in itself has been moved forward, thanks in large part to Brand Inc., to Brandy and her team. Of course, our Wednesday Wisdom series, those contributors have also come from our relationships there. And so many things that in my day-to-day rush to get all the things done as a solopreneur, these things are now happening, and it's allowing me to build a stronger team around that and think big picture, right? And really conceptualize, okay, what can UMC be? Which the pieces have always been there, but even more importantly, perhaps, is what actions do we need to take? What actions do I need to take to bring us closer to that vision? And there's so much to be said for the accountability that having a team gives you, because if you've got people working for you, if you've got people working with you on a project, then naturally that's going to inspire you to do your part. It's going to inspire you to rise to the occasion and make sure that your end of things is taken care of. Accountability, is such a huge component to success, and none of us can do this alone. None of us can do this by ourselves. You can get to a certain point, you can start the platform, you can lay the bones, you get the foundation set, but over time you realize you need different people of different skill sets, of different perspectives to fill the gaps that you can't fill yourself, to help conceptualize new ideas and help bring them to life in a way that only somebody with a different perspective can, right? And that's part of the whole reason too why we started a coaching program here at Underground Music Collective, because we realize how important it is for you to have somebody to be accountable to. That's why, we do goal setting. We do weekly check-in calls. We nail down what your mission, vision, and values are. And then we set actionable steps to move those things forward, to move those goals forward, to bring you closer to what your vision is, and again, like we all, know what our story is, and we have this idea of, who we are and who we want to be and how we want to show up in the world. But there are only so many hours in a day. There are only so many things that we can tackle on our own. And frankly, none of us have every single skill there is to have in the world. So it helps to bring in that outside help, that outside perspective to not only complete the tasks that you can't get to, or maybe you don't know how to do, but to help you conceptualize what they even are in the first place and what needs to happen now and what roles can people play on this team to bring your vision to life. So, and again, that's speaking from experience, because for the longest time, I think I struggled to delegate. I struggled to really lock in that team and define what those roles would be. And now, we're on the cusp of so many exciting things. We have our whole PR team in place, and they've been, again, just moving so much forward for us just in a general sense. But we're starting to build out some other teams, some other components of this, which I can't quite announce yet, but we're getting very close. And you can see the excitement is bubbling to the surface, but details are coming on that soon. And, it's only going to make us a stronger platform. It's only going to help us serve you better. And as an artist, for you, like, think of what building a team would do for you, would do for your platform, will do for your ability to have an impact and reach more people, to reach your audience, to inspire them to then go out and make change in their own way, whatever that is, whatever their art form is, whatever they're marked to make in the world. You have the power to inspire them, but you'll get a lot further if you enlist the right people to join you on your quest. And also, an important thing to think about too, before I sign off here, is how are you making that reciprocal? How are you making that mutually beneficial to the folks on your team? How are you helping them toward their mission, vision, and values, in addition to receiving the help and accepting the help that they're giving you? Because it's all cyclical. It's all cyclical. The groundswell happens when it happens together. There's no movement that started with any one person, with any one component, and ended up that way, still with the same person, calling all the shots, pulling all the strings. More and more people need to come into this movement and bring their perspectives, bring their experiences to it, and make it more abundant, make it richer, a richer experience for all who encounter it. And so we have a chance to do that at Underground Music Collective. You have a chance to do that with your art, but it comes down to who are you putting around you and how are you helping each other get to new heights. That's what I've got for you today here on the Quinn Spinn. Again, if you want an accountability partner, you can go to undergroundmusiccollective.com, click the coaching tab, fill out the form, and we will have a discovery call to see if we vibe. And you can check out the Quinn Spinn on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, YouTube, and more. Also on Instagram at Quinn Spinn Official, 2 N's in Quinn, 2 N's in Spin. Learn more about the show at undergroundmusiccollective.com, our central hub as well. And you can learn more about UMC on all the socials, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube. Follow the UMC 20 playlist on Spotify, 20 fresh tracks, and the latest episode or episodes of this podcast every single Tuesday. NashLive.live, we've got another one coming up at the Cobra. Actually, that's wrong. It's at the East Room, and I'm not editing that because we keep it real around here. It's on May 4th, and it's got Forts Like Vanna, James Cole, and Natalia Taylor on the bill. Then we do have another one at Cobra on June the 9th, and we'll be announcing that lineup soon. See? So we do have a Cobra show, so I wasn't wrong. Okay, I'm leaving. Bye. Grab some muffins on your way out. Revel 9. Take it.